Did you write this? Did I write what?
This note, did you write it?
I didn't write any note. What's it say?
I tried to hide, but it's inside the walls. If you're reading this, it's already too late.
No, I didn't write the note. We have to set up, we're running low on time.
Anime has the remarkable ability to create stunning visuals, intricate scenes, and unforgettable moments. It can often portray things in ways that even Hollywood finds challenging. Yet despite anime's many successes, there's one thing that it always seems to struggle with: horror anime.
Now, horror isn't typically the first genre that comes to mind when you think about anime. It's not often recommended or remembered as a strong point of it either. While anime has produced some amazing horror titles such as Higurashi, Shiki, and Perfect Blue, which excel in visuals, gore, and creating a sense of dread, many other horror attempts unfortunately fall short. When we try to think of anime that have actually scared us, there's basically zero.
Now that's not to say Japan doesn't produce absolutely terrifying content. The country has an incredibly deep history with horror that dates back all the way to the 8th century. Legends like yokai, oni, and bakemono have rooted themselves in Japanese folklore. Even today, many Japanese people hold on to these ancient superstitions. I mean, most people won't even buy or rent a property that's possibly haunted or had a tragic event take place in the past. There are literally realtors that specialize in stigmatized properties. So why does anime struggle with horror despite it being such a major part of Japanese tradition? Did you hear that?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Let me just keep rolling before I get it.
One major challenge is creating an effective atmosphere. Live action films are just that, live. So when it comes to an atmosphere, they have a major advantage. Horror films use our primal fears against us. A dark nighttime scene in a forest is going to build tension and make the viewer wonder what's lurking just out of sight. The familiarity of real people and environments makes the scene feel just that much more authentic. We've all experienced the unease of walking down a dark hallway or seeing some sort of shadow from the corner of our eye. Horror thrives on these real-life, relatable fears.
Alright, let's go check it
See
out.
what it is. Where did you hear it?
I thought I heard it in the lobby.
You think you know fear? Your little videos are just stories. Let's see how well you handle the real thing. Keep filming. I'll be watching. If you can finish this video without getting yourself killed, then you have won. But fail to finish, well then...
Did you write this? And the other one?
No, I didn't write these stupid notes.
And who's writing it? There's nobody else here.
I don't know. It's just fucking stupid. Whatever this thing is, it's following us, and we have to try and hide to stay away from it. But regardless, we have to finish the video, so let's get right back to it. Anime, in contrast, relies on art style and animation to set the mood. While animation can be detailed and expressive, it often lacks the visceral feel of live action. This just makes it so much harder to generate a genuine fear response. The relatable aspect is diminished, and when it comes to horror anime, that's kind of a big deal.
With all that being said, we're by no means saying anime can't be scary. For example, Higurashi manages to create tension and dread, especially in the first junkyard scene. The way Reina just stands there, menacingly watching over Keiichi, is a scene I think I'll always remember. It's one of the first times that an anime left me feeling uneasy and, well, actually scared.
Another notable example is Made in Abyss. Though not strictly a horror series, it definitely has some terrifying elements to it. As the story progresses and we travel deeper into the abyss, the true horror becomes evident. A particularly disturbing scene that even today is hard to think about involves Mitty and Nanachi going through terrible experiments, resulting in Mitty's grotesque transformation. This scene is one of the most notable, and it did an outstanding job of using its advantages to create one of the most vile, gut-wrenching scenes we've ever seen in an anime.
There's one more anime that I think is important to mention. One that plays on real life fears, a scenario that can happen to literally anybody. Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue does a fantastic job of portraying a very real horror: stalking. To sum it up, Perfect Blue is a story about an idol who aspires to be more and grow her career as an actor and model. Now, we all know the idol industry can be a horror in and of itself. Many fans can have toxic and parasocial relationships with their favorite idols, and in Perfect Blue, we see what happens when those relationships can go to the extreme.
Perfect Blue uses psychological games and tricks not only on Mima, but also the viewer into thinking or seeing things that aren't really there. These mind games go on for basically the entirety of the movie, and by the end of it, you feel the same as Mima does. You don't know what's actually real, who to trust, or even if your reflection in the mirror is you or not. There's a good reason why after 26 years, Perfect Blue is still the peak horror anime. While doing research for this video, I watched a video from 5 years ago by Mother's Basement regarding the state of horror anime at the time. And in it, he mentioned that hopefully the future will offer a new, exciting, and well done horror anime.
I'm here to report from the future that hasn't really happened yet. Maybe we'll give it another 5 years. Perhaps horror is a genre where anime, despite its many strengths, may always struggle to fully capture the intensity found in other mediums.
Instead of criticizing horror anime for what it isn't, maybe we should just appreciate it for what it is. So long as you found some sort of enjoyment in watching it, well, there's really no problem at all, now is there?